And there's some of the bins that need to go up still. Here's the racks. Going to the storage shelves to get some tri-tip rice and refried beans for dinner. I think that'd be good in a shell with some refried beans. If you're taking these kind of bags, the really heavy 7mm bags, make sure you have some kind of cutty things, because these bags are tough. Or before you go, I guess you could put a little notch in it so that you'd be able to peel it. These bags are really tough. Okay, so this, I need 250 grams, or about a cup total. So these are the refried beans that freeze dried just a few days ago, and I meant to keep a sample out for rehydrating, but I forgot. So it's about 73 grams, and it needs to be about 250 grams. I'm gonna just rehydrate it with warm water, just hot tap water. And I'm gonna stop a little bit before 250 in case I want it a little thicker. I'll give that a bit of a stir. Probably should have used a bigger container. Okay, there, I'll stop there first and double check it. And you could do it just by the amount of thickness you want. You wouldn't have to weigh it at all for things like this that rehydrate so fast. The bigger pieces will take a little bit more to rehydrate. Yeah, still a little bit of dry at the bottom edges. So powdered things like this usually rehydrate basically about as fast as you can mix them up. And I'll just cover that, and then I'll reheat that a little bit just before we use it. So next, rice. I'm going to use 2 cups. I'm going to just pour it into there. Okay, so 2 cups of rice. I'm going to start with 1 cup of hot water because I want the rice to be kind of dry to go in tortilla shells. So I'm going to just pour 1 cup of water on and then put it on a low heat on the stove just so everything will kind of steam. Okay, and then next, rehydrate some tri-tip slices and heat them with some taco seasoning to go with dinner. Well, I should label things more precisely. This is not what I expected. I expected tri-tip steak slices, and this is tri-tip roast slices. So yeah, this is tri-tip roast with like a gravy sauce over it. And I was thinking this was going to be tri-tip steak slices. So I'm going to just break it up a little bit before I rehydrate it. And I'm still going to put taco seasoning over it, and we'll see how that works in shells. Okay, that'll work. When they're dry, they sure crumble easily. And just pour in some hot water. So I'm going to just add some taco seasoning and then heat that for a while on the stove. So very carefully measured. And if you knew you was going to do some of this ahead of time, you could have freeze-dried it with this already in there, which I need to start doing that kind of thing. But in the meantime, I've got the option to add it later. Okay, get that on the stove heating. Cover those up for a while. And we'll come back to them when they're hot. Everything's hot now, and it's time to dish it up. It's really good in a bowl with all the toppings on it.
I'm in a bowl right now.
Or you can put it in a shell and put anything on it you want. Either way, it's good. I'm going to put the refried beans on first. I'm going to add a little bit of cheese. I probably should have put the rice on. Oh well, I'll put that on next. Ah, that looks good. And voila.